I found myself at the edge of sanity when everything began falling apart around me. Life seemed fine until it wasn't, thanks to my obsession with solving puzzles far too complex for anyone sane. My passion eventually led me down the dark path where things took a turn for the worst. It started innocently enough, just another mysterious cipher that caught my attention while browsing archived files from ancient times. Its codex spoke of some long-lost key capable of opening doors between worlds. Naturally, I felt obligated to investigate further. Little did I know then what I would soon discover. A month went by, consumed entirely by research and decoding efforts, which yielded nothing but frustration and dead ends. That is, until that fateful day when the pieces finally fell into place, like the click of tumblers inside a lock. Too late did I realize the error of my ways when I grasped the true meaning encoded in the cryptic text, and more importantly, its implications regarding KerberOS. This so-called divine protector had always been there to guide us on our paths through life, or so we were told. But what if history got it wrong? What if there existed something else behind that serene countenance, hiding its true nature like a mask, donned to manipulate our destinies rather than safeguard them? That thought never left me, not since the day I dared venture deeper into forbidden territories, and fate revealed itself in a most unwelcome manner. When it struck, it happened without warning. I awoke in an unknown location, surrounded by twisting labyrinthine corridors made up of shifting walls, portals leading nowhere, and fluctuating abyssal pockets of infinite emptiness. Confusion quickly gave way to panic as my instincts screamed danger. No easy feat considering my proficiency at keeping my cool under pressure. Unprepared for whatever lay ahead, I clung to any semblance of reality that might aid my escape from this maddening maze. Almost immediately, I recalled snippets of information learned during my studies of various mythological belief systems and religions, including that of KerberOS. Fear coalesced. Cannot say for certain what the outside world may think. All I can tell you is that time here does not function as it should. Moments stretch, contract, or stand still altogether. Events blur together, creating a hazy mosaic of memories. I struggle to piece back into chronology each time I awake. The longer I remain imprisoned within KerberOS' subconscious realms, the harder it becomes to remember anything beyond my own name. And yet, despite the fog engulfing my mind, I cannot forget why I am here, nor the pain that brought me to this point. It took days, maybe weeks, perhaps even months, time has lost all meaning, before my first encounter with my captor occurred. While I managed to evade its minions thus far, my luck eventually ran out, quite literally, as chance played a crucial role in the outcome of every near miss or narrow escape. Eventually, a moment arrived when fortune failed me completely, leaving me face to face with the source of my torment. KerberOS appeared humanoid, though far taller and slenderer than any mortal form could manage. His eyes glowed yellowish white, projecting otherworldly wisdom beyond anything conceivable to us, mere mortals. He remained silent throughout our initial meeting, allowing me to ponder my predicament alone, unable to decipher whether my thoughts stemmed from fear, shock, or simple denial. As it turns out, it didn't matter much anyway. as KerberOS chose to speak directly into my mind instead. His voice boomed like thunder inside my head, echoing every syllable with clarity surpassing auditory comprehension alone. At least that was my impression, seeing as though hearing the words spoken aloud meant being torn apart atom by atom, judging from the sheer energy radiating off him. KerberOS informed me that I had committed a grievous mistake by tampering with knowledge better kept undiscovered. In doing so, I invited calamity upon humanity, making it essential that I be removed from circulation, lest I infect others with similar foolhardy curiosity. I begged forgiveness, pleading ignorance born of arrogance and egoism. But KerberOS was not swayed by my pleas. He spoke of ancient prophecies and the delicate balance between realms, emphasizing the danger my actions pose to the fabric of existence itself. His words painted a grim picture of cataclysmic consequences that would unfold if I were allowed to continue down my path of curiosity unchecked. In a desperate attempt to bargain for my life, I offered to rectify my mistake, to find a way to undo the damage I had unwittingly caused. I promised to devote my life to restoring the balance and preventing the impending doom he spoke of. But KerberOS remained stoic, his glowing eyes unmoved by my desperate pleas. As the days turned into an indistinguishable blur, I found myself trapped in a cycle of despair and hopelessness. Each encounter with KerberOS brought new revelations of the suffering I had inflicted upon the world. He showed me visions of chaos and destruction, horrors beyond comprehension, all unleashed because of my insatiable curiosity. But amidst the darkness, a flicker of determination ignited within me. I refused to accept my fate as a mere pawn in this cosmic game. I began to search for any sliver of knowledge or power that could help me combat the malevolent force that held me captive. I scoured the shifting corridors, deciphering cryptic messages and piecing together fragmented clues. Time ceased to hold any meaning as I delved deeper into the mysteries of KerberOS and the realms beyond. I uncovered ancient texts and scrolls, whispered legends and forgotten rituals. The line between sanity and madness blurred as I pushed myself to the limits of human endurance, driven by an unwavering resolve to set things right. Through countless trials and tribulations, I stumbled upon an ancient incantation, a spell said to have the power to banish even the most formidable of entities. With trembling hands, I etched the symbols into the walls of my prison, reciting the words with a fervor born of desperation. Energy surged through the air, crackling with intensity as the incantation took hold. In a blinding flash, the oppressive darkness lifted, and I found myself standing in a desolate landscape, surrounded by ruins and ash. The air was heavy with the scent of decay, and a foreboding silence hung in the air. I had succeeded in escaping KerberOS' clutches, but at what cost? It became clear to me that my actions had caused irreversible damage. The cataclysm I had witnessed in my visions had become a reality. The world had fallen to ruin, the consequence of my unchecked obsession. The weight of guilt pressed upon my shoulders, threatening to consume me entirely. Determined to make amends, I embarked on a journey through the devastated lands, seeking survivors and searching for any remnants of hope. I encountered pockets of resistance, individuals who had managed to cling to their humanity amidst the chaos. Together, we formed a ragtag group, united by a shared purpose: to rebuild and restore what had been lost. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months as we toiled to bring life back to the wasteland. The road was treacherous, filled with hardships and countless sacrifices. But through perseverance and sheer will, we managed to carve out a semblance of civilization from the ashes. As time passed, whispers spread of a figure that had emerged from the darkness, a being of immense power who had set things in motion, both for good and for ill. Some saw me as a savior, others as a harbinger of destruction. But I knew the truth. The responsibility for the world's fate rested squarely on my shoulders. Haunted by my past actions, I dedicated myself to the task of redemption. I sought out knowledge and wisdom, studying ancient texts and mystical arts to hone my newfound abilities. I became a guardian, a protector of the realms, determined to prevent the rise of another KerberOS, to ensure that no one else would fall prey to the same temptations that had ensnared me. And so I wandered the world, a solitary figure bound by duty and burdened by guilt. I continued to fight against the encroaching darkness, offering hope where there is none, and striving to make amends for the horrors I unleashed. The path ahead is uncertain, but I walk it with determination, vowing to never let the allure of forbidden knowledge consume me or anyone else again. For just $3 a month, you can have your name featured in my YouTube videos and descriptions. Not only will you be supporting my channel, but you'll also be immortalized in the credits of my content. If you're looking for something a bit more personalized, consider becoming a $25 a month patron. I'll voice your stories and bring them to life on my channel. Create a special drawing just for you, or even write a unique story tailored to your interests. So don't hesitate. Join my patron community today and help me keep the spooky stories coming. And remember, together we can save each other from the YouTube algorithm. Thank you for your support.